Oh, we saw this coming, didn't we? Just as Tom Bower confirms what I have been reporting for months, that there are serious strains within the marriage of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, who is a miserable prisoner in the Montecito mansion, she releases a video showing him, of course, praising her flower arranging, calling her babe, and even making it clear that her favourite child, Lily, has red hair. Watch this.
It's beautiful.
Thanks.
So pretty and big.
So that's what Harry's life is now. A performing monkey who is there to back up his wife's failing business, which, remember, Netflix wants nothing to do with it. I mean, the chickens are cute. And of course, obligatory Lily moment comes there. Then we saw that Meghan is getting going with a new book. A new book. Look at this. They Blossom Because of You by Jessica Eldridge. Very surprised, by the way, that she's selling bookmarks, given the state of that tome. And of course, this comes as the Tom Bower revelations continue to drop. And as Meghan Markle's Australian embarrassment just gets worse. Now, she is now asking what else could come out and is horrified and losing sleep as this dastardly money-making trip down under is rocked by a new email leak revealing top secret information about her upcoming appearance at a Sydney retreat. And this whole thing is mired in total controversy because, you know, Jackie O, the very famous Australian DJ, is having nothing to do with it. It's all been left to her business partner, Gemma, the co-host of the podcast. And it now turns out that her business has just gone bust, owing 788,000 Australian dollars. So this isn't about the community that they keep on talking about. This is about the money. And overnight, Paula Frolic on Substack has revealed that this event, which they claimed was sold out, absolutely is not. Because one of her friends registered for tickets on Sunday and within hours received an email. And the email is mortifying. So here's what Paula Frolic reported. She said, "My source reached out to share her entertaining experience. She had seen the event listed as sold out, but noticed you could still register just in case tickets became available. Just in case those $3,000 tickets become available. So she signed up last night. And this morning, she received an email offering her a ticket." And I do agree with Paula Frolic. It is a doozy. This is how the email reads. "Hi, lovely." Gosh, these people are so fake, aren't they? What cretins. "Hi, lovely. This is someone I've never met before. I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Alex from the Her Best Life team." By the way, anyone who runs a podcast called Her Best Life knows that she's living a dastardly, terrible, dodgy life, just like Meghan Markle is. "Thank you so much for your interest in the upcoming Her Best Life retreat. Gemma has been completely overwhelmed in the best way by the incredible response from our community. We have received thousands of applications." Really? If so, why are you sending this email? "Which has been so exciting. But it also meant we had to be very thoughtful about who we could offer places to. Because it's so important to Gemma that this weekend is filled with her best life community. I'm thrilled to let you know that we would absolutely love you to join us." Well, this is someone who isn't part of the best life community. They literally just emailed the night before. They went on, "We're keeping the retreat intentionally intimate, so only a very small number of invitations are being offered. To reserve your place, I just need a few bits of info. Could you please confirm the following? 1, our rooms are twin shared. Do you have a friend who has also registered and you would like to room with? If so, please let us know their name so we can pair you together. Which ticket option would you prefer?" And this is where I just feel sick. "The VIP ticket. 3,199 Australian dollars per person. The standard ticket, $2,699 per person. That means you don't get the group photo with the fake Duchess. Once we receive your reply confirming your ticket preference, we will send you a private booking link to secure your place. Due to extremely high demand for this event, yeah, right, payment will be required within 7 days to confirm your ticket. In other words, they need to make sure they've got the cash in the bank, because otherwise Markle ain't showing. As we had far more interest than available spots. You're lying. We know this is a lie. We kindly ask that you please don't share this invitation publicly or on social media for now. Whoops. While we finalise allocations and notify others who unfortunately won't be able to attend. For security reasons, full weekend details, timings, and dress code will be shared 2 weeks before the retreat. However, a few key pieces of information below to help you with some of the finer details of what's included for the weekend. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. We're so excited and hopefully you'll be joining us. Alex and Gemma. As Paula Frolic went on, that's some lightning fast processing for an event that claims to have received thousands of applications. Either they've got the most efficient admin team in the Southern Hemisphere, or, and I'm just spitballing here, the event isn't quite as oversubscribed as they'd like you to believe. Not to mention the email wasn't even personalised. Despite having the registrant's full name, it was clearly a bulk send, the kind that goes out to hundreds of people, not a curated handpick invitation to an exclusive gathering. And here's my favourite part. The email specifically asked recipients not to make it public. Whoops, once again, what Meghan's team says isn't always reality. It's the Meghan Markle brand in a nutshell, isn't it? The packaging never quite matches what's inside. And ain't that the truth?
Meghan Markle is once again at the centre of royal headlines as she responds to fresh claims made by author Tom Bower regarding her marriage to Prince Harry. The allegations, which have sparked intense debate among royal watchers, suggest growing pressure behind the scenes. But supporters of the Duchess argue that much of the narrative is driven by speculation rather than confirmed facts. In today's episode, Dan takes a closer look at Meghan's response and why it hasn't silenced critics who continue to question what's really going on with the Sussexes. Is this simply another media storm, or are there deeper issues being hinted at? Joining the discussion is Prince Harry's biographer and respected royal commentator Angela Levin, who shares her analysis on the claims, the reaction, and how this latest chapter could impact the public image of both Meghan and Harry moving forward. If you enjoy royal updates, analysis, and breaking stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next update from the Crown Report.
Now, new revelations from Tom Bower's book that I want to share with you. But first, I'm sure you'd be interested to know what Lady Colin Campbell's take is on this. She posted, I have to confess, I am looking forward to the publication of Tom Bower's examination of the disaster that has been Meghan's quest for billionaire status. Entitled Betrayal, Power, Deceit, and the Fight for the Future of the Royal Family, its serialisation so far suggests that its contents are spot on. Okay, so Lady C's backing Bower here. Another indication of its accuracy is the fact that Harry and Meghan have now waded in, pouring scorn on the author and his contents despite not knowing any more than you or I the entirety. Demonstrating yet again their aptitude for fanning the flames so that they drive traffic in their direction, their representative states, Mr. Bower's commentary has long crossed the line from criticism into fixation. This is someone who has publicly stated the monarchy, in fact, depends on actually obliterating the Sussexes from our state of life. Language that speaks for itself. He has made a career out of constructing ever more elaborate theories about people he does not know and has never met. Harry and Meghan had the benefit of fine educations. This is back to Lady C. Yet neither seems to have sufficient education, or is it intelligence, to understand that the finest biographies and historically accurate records, such as Gibbon's The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, are written by authors who have never met and do not know their subjects personally. But they know the truth about them as a result of good research and the distillation of fact. And the very distance between them and their subject is what prevents the sort of distortion that leads to propagandistic hagiography, which of course is precisely the only sort of biography Harry and Meghan would find acceptable, hence the pap put out by Amid Scabies until they Markled him. Harry and Meghan's announcement also has another dimension, which might not be obvious to the casual observer, but will be to anyone who knows the couple's modus operandi. In true Meghan fashion, they regard all publicity as good publicity and are actually ensuring that Tom Bower's book becomes a bestseller, as that will enable them to hawk their wares under the premise that they are the most talked about and therefore commercially desirable couple on earth. What she hasn't figured out yet, he has, she says, referring to Harry, this is Lady C, is that what's being said is important, and not all publicity is desirable. Until she learns that lesson, I fear their downward trajectory will continue apace. With it, however, is an upside for authors such as Tom Bower, when you have a subject who will actually collude with her critics and her lust for attention. It really adds a new dimension to win-win, at least insofar as book sales are concerned. Pity such commercial success doesn't extend to the sale of was never produce, but then there's a world of difference between attention and bucks. And that last word, bucks, is incredibly important because Tom Bower has revealed in Betrayal, at least the first part which has been serialized in the Times newspaper, that money is a massive factor in the collapse of the Harry and Meghan project. In fact, he asked the question, where has the money gone? Let me share with you this extract where Tom Bower writes, a few months later in autumn 2025, the Sussexes faced a harsh reality. The foreign tours and the Invictus competition had been lucrative, yet they were fast running out of money. With high security costs, they needed every year at least $3 million, that's £2.25 million, after paying tax to survive. The Netflix and Spotify contracts had come to an end. Both Sussexes relied on a dribble of money from Harry's occasional speeches and Meghan's endorsement of fashion brands. No further announcement had been issued about the sale of Meghan's as-ever products. Profits were assumed to be dire, yet a leak suggested that Meghan had sold nearly 1 million pots of jam and produced profits of $30 million. Now, few thought that was credible. Certainly I didn't think it was credible, and I reported that here. Not least because her office never confirmed the report. Indeed, it later transpired that vast amounts of unsold as-ever products were spilling out of Netflix's headquarters, and her second series was ranked 1,016th in Netflix's most popular shows. Just 2 million watched over 6 months, a show described by one critic as so boring, so contrived, so effortfully whimsical. And so this is when we come to what's next. And what is going to be one of, unfortunately, the spectres and talking points hanging over the British royal family in a time of crisis. The fact that Harry and Meghan are in so much financial and reputational trouble that there is now a genuine bid going on for a royal return.